Hey, welcome back to True-Moto-Resto. Today's video is going to be pretty exciting and just a little bit sad as the Africa Twin has been traded. Stay tuned. So my 2017 Africa Twin DCT, I traded it in on a new bike, a new 2023 BMW S1000XR. This Africa Twin has probably been the best bike I have ever owned. Yeah, it's, bittersweet. I guess that's what you call it, bittersweet. But, it's a 2017 and we're now heading into 2024 very shortly. The 2024 bikes are coming out, which would plant this bike at about 7 years old. And although I bought it new in 2020, when it comes to trade-in values, they don't care when you bought it. It's the year of the bike and the mileage and whatnot. And I got a very, very, very good trade-in value for it. Not too much less than I paid, to be honest. A couple of $1,000s less than I paid for it. And, I can't complain about that. And my worry is if I wait any longer, keep it any longer, then that, deals like that and trade-in values like that are just they're gonna drop way down. Here's the other issue I have. I would have happily bought another Africa Twin. Would have loved to buy another Africa Twin. So the only new Africa Twins I could find were 2022 bikes. They were also DCT, but the dealers didn't really want to know. They offered me an okay value for this, but they didn't offer me as much as BMW offered me. They didn't really care whether they sold any of those 2022 bikes or not. They didn't seem to want my business. They were very, uninterested, I will say. That's just how they seemed. So anyway, I went to BMW because I've always had a hankering for the S1000XR, and I got treated there like I think customers should be treated. Like it was like the service and the respect that they give the customer and the help, and nothing was too much trouble. It was really, really, really nice. Kind of the what you hope for, what you expect is what I got. So now the similarities between these two bikes are kind of skin deep. Maybe that's a good way to describe it. The S1000XR, and you'll see that once I get to the dealership and start getting it loaded, is, from a cosmetics perspective, it's got a bit of an adventure bike look. It has kind of a higher, taller suspension. It's off the ground quite a ways like the Africa Twin. The seat height is about the same. I can barely touch flat-footed on it. Same as this bike, so you kind of have to cowboy mount, which is what I do on this bike. This bike with its kind of adventure wheel sizes and the large front wheel, the narrow skinny front tire, very, very soft suspension on this bike. I loved it, but that's kind of the way they are. Parallel twin DCT, and the new bike, the S1000XR, is basically it's sport bike technology under the skin. So the engine is basically the 1000RR four-cylinder inline four-cylinder engine, and it's got sport bike wheels and tires on it. All right, so the Africa Twin is now in the trailer. They should be quite happy with it at the dealership, although I know they still have to do their inspection, whatever that entails. Oh, there it is. S1000XR. I'm just going to get the Africa Twin unloaded, and then we can get this one loaded up. That is beautiful. All right, the S1000XR is loaded. They're all strapped down, front and back, and we're gonna head home. there she is. Finally got her home, unloaded, and I can't wait to take it out for the first ride. And I would have loved to go out this afternoon, but we're minutes away from the skies opening, and then it's going to be 5 days of rain, crazy rain too, rainfall warnings, flood warnings, and all kinds of nonsense. So unfortunately, my first ride is going to have to wait, but I hope I get to ride it before the snow comes. But it's just beautiful, beautiful looking bike. Very similar feel when you sit on it to the Africa Twin, height-wise, the bars, but that's kind of where the similarities end. The engine is, it just feels different. Everything feels different about it, power-wise. Even just the short distance I rode it up into the garage here, you can tell that it's a completely different animal. I think it's somewhere between 165, 170 horsepower, so a lot more than the Africa Twin. Basically the same engine as the S1000XR, but detuned version of that. And yeah, it's beautiful to look at. Really nice. Lots of funky electronics. So I think what I'll do is I'm gonna end the video here, and I will save the preview of the first ride for when the weather perks up a little bit, and then we'll kind of go through some of the features and the first ride impressions on this new beast. But yeah, there's a lot of technology, that's for sure. A lot more than my Africa Twin. Fit and finish on this is just astounding. I mean, Honda is always good, but man, BMW, holy cow. Incredible. Oh, I gotta turn it on just so you can see the screen. Pretty cool. There's all kinds of different modes and all kinds of good stuff to explore with this. Got the fun wheel here. There's all kinds of option selection, cruise control, different riding modes, different suspension modes. Got a holder here for GPS. It's got the tilt arm here for raising and lowering the windshield. So yeah, very cool. And you can actually, it's got, this bike also has electronic steering lock, so you can, when you turn the steering to full lock, you can push and hold the start button, the power on button here, and it will, I guess, electronically actuate the pin or something like that that's in the steering head. So also very cool. And when you lock the steering, it also locks the gas cap. So obviously no regular key. It's just it's a key fob like that. Which is kind of cool. And I guess that's for locking and unlocking the GPS mount or what have you. It is supposed to come with an emergency key, but for some reason BMW apparently forgot to ship a bunch of emergency keys with a whole pile of their bikes, so the dealer is going to forward that on to me as soon as they come in. But yeah, it's a pretty slick looking beast. And even on the back here, they've got this partial shelf. It actually moves deliberately to, I guess if you've got weight in the, if you've got something mounted on the back with some weight to it, it helps to dampen the weight shifting a little bit, just to keep the balance of the bike in good order. So yeah, center stand and auxiliary lights, and so this thing has got everything on it. What I have to order now this week is the guards for the oil cooler and the radiator, because they're quite large and quite exposed. So I think I'm going to pick those up, and probably I'll pick up some engine case guards as well. And that will probably also mean I have to get rid of these mounts. So these will have to get remounted probably onto something else. I'll have to pick up some other light mounts for it, but lots of time to sort that out over the winter. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the first ride video. Yeah, it looks like it might be a long wait till spring before I get to try the new bike. Darn it.